I try very hard not to jostle the connection between my tablet and the computer this time. I just did that a few minutes ago and I had to restart my computer in order to get the stylus working again. But it's all good. It seems to be working. Things are looking good on the dashboard. Hopefully the music sounds alright. Tweet is out. Despite the tweet, I've only got another hour to work on this one in this little block of time, guys, so sorry it's going to be a rather short one again. I haven't eaten anything yet today, and I'm meeting someone at 1 for lunch, so it's a rather urgent finish time. So what were we up to last time? I think I was tidying up the edges of these big broad brush strokes, and I'm still questioning whether I need this, not that one, this one. This one's a maybe. It's a probably, but maybe just less dark, right? Maybe it should also envelop this entire interior minus the cloud. And then this line here also kind of interrupts the cloud. I think we're going to get rid of that. So this is the useful part of the day when I just sit down and I look at the canvas for the first time and I can spot everything that's wrong. So, you know, that's in theory that's what happens. That's that's what I try and make happen. I still have yet to name any of these layers, sadly. So we're still kind of wandering around blindly on our own canvas. But it's alright. We're making decent progress. Every day I'm putting in at least... Oh, that's not true. I'm not working on this every day. But that's the goal, is every day I'll put in at least an hour. Now I have lost my rotational effect, which is incredibly frustrating because I need that for what I'm trying to do, man. Give it back, man. But it has just turned itself back on in the past. Maybe if I click over to another tab and back, is that what does the trick? Yeah, that did the trick, so mystery solved. But we've got our brush back and it's working. And I kind of feel like this one's nearing completion, right? Because we are going for a very simplistic map here. Let me get my Twitch chat up. I have yet to be able to see that. Welcome, 3 viewers. Nice to have you. I'd be interested to know if you came here from the Twitch notification or from Twitter. Or I believe I put a Facebook message out too, did I? I think I neglected Facebook. Anyway, that's not so important. So these lines, do they stand alone well enough? I think this line here might have to go... Maybe... Ooh, maybe I just need a big yawn. I rather like how this face blends in, but see, this face blends in a way that looks like it blends into this ridge, whereas if we enable this, it looks like it's like a distance behind this, and this is kind of like a walkway or like a bridge of stone. We were toying with the idea of converting these staircases into bridges to create like a 3 peaks kind of effect, and that would be kind of cool because we can see each peak has its own face. This one has a face, this one face, and a face. And then we have 3 peaks, 3 faces, 3 trees, and 3 bridges. Then you can name this town or this monastery after some clever use of the word 3. So I think let's spend a little time getting these colors right, because I don't have a headache this morning, so I can afford to use a white color. This is kind of the effect I'm going for. So we want, I think I'm going to mix in some saturation into the ink. These are just gray, 0 saturation. So I'm going to keep my kind of purple blue ink color, since that's kind of just a better black. I'm going to disable this so we can get a slightly better look at these layers. I guess this would be rather more faded. That cloud needs to be white too. So it's kind of, now that we're getting the colors with some effort, it's kind of going together. Oh, that's interesting. So we did have just a fill layer underneath. So we could totally play with that. Not sure if I like it or not. It's gonna be a maybe. It's gonna be a maybe. But anyway, let's start at the front, which will be this one. This needs to be the nearest black as we dare go. Now the question is, how black do these watercolor inks get? Like, that's clearly a gray. This is kind of a black. This is probably like a black ink, very kind of off black green kind of deal. So I guess, yeah, we want like a not quite black. But this has to be like the blackest, boldest area. On the other hand, we do have this layer, which needs to be the blackest, boldest area. So perhaps we should use that as our measuring stick for blackness. Anyway, I want all these. Unfortunately, my layer organization has been abysmal. But that's kind of part and parcel with learning a new art style, I guess, or experimenting. So now it's just a matter... I kind of want to go through and name all these layers, but I know if I start hammering on that keyboard, I'm going to give you all a headache. Aha, we have some participation in Twitch chat. Let me catch up. Sorry, Owen Eli, I know. I was going to start earlier today, but we got delayed. We did some impromptu cleaning. Oh, and welcome back, Munchlax. You like the ink layer? That's good, because I'm still uncertain about the ink layer. This stands out to me right now. This line here is much too thick. And yeah, thanks. Welcome Source and Carcosa and Mast to Twitch chat. Can't say we're going to have a fun time, but we're going to have a nice, relaxing, kind of chill time, which often is, you know, my preferred kind of atmosphere. So anyway, before I devolve into rambling, let me get back to this. So we want this to be black enough, but not quite so black that we can't make out our line art. And I wonder if we should just trim back this black so that we can make out these buildings better. Or if we should do something real fancy, like... Not at all the art style. It does make it more readable. Should this just be a pure black? Or I think we should go with just a rather muted watercolor. So like our blackest watercolor should be up here, maybe. Like the watercolor was just used in order to complement kind of the brush line up. That one's pretty alright. There's our next one. So I'm just, these ones I can just do with opacity. Perhaps the back ones should just be white. Just a bit strange, doesn't it? We're also going to add a paper gradient, not a gradient, but a paper texture over the top of all this, and that's going to make things seem much more natural, much more watercolor, and put some texture into these otherwise rather bold spaces. Yeah, this map's been a rather a challenge, I must say. Trying new things, never do it, guys. Definitely don't. Bad idea. That's, for anyone wondering, that's a joke. So what I can do, I guess, is try my hand at these little kanji signs. Which I wonder if I should use like real kanji or if I should just make something up. Maybe I should use a real kanji but like flip it on its head or something, or you know, just so that it's people who can actually read kanji aren't distracted by what it says. Because I can guarantee you whatever I write is going to be strange. That looks really sweet, doesn't it? Let's try not to get distracted by sweet little accidents. So this is going to be like outside. We just want this above everything, above the lines. And then I could grab like this brush, I guess. Could also just use a font and copy paste something in, but that would be far too easy, wouldn't it? Oh golly. Do I really want to do this part on stream? It's going to be exceptionally fiddly and awkward and embarrassing. I think I need like a little grid. Let me see. What should these say, by the way? I'm imagining like 2 or 3 kanji characters here. So, yeah, if you kind of imagine kanji as being little pictographs for an entire word, let's come up with a 2-word name for this settlement. Can you guys help me? We've got 6 viewers. It's got to be at least 6 excellent ideas. I'm not going to count my ideas among those. And then we're going to come up with names too for these 3 thingos. Well, since we're just using kanji, I suppose we can do 3 peaks. Except it's not strictly 3 peaks, is it? So what about 3 temples? So it's rather a boring English name, but if you say it in Japanese, I'm sure it's much more interesting. So let me see. Let me see if that converts to just 2 kanji. Probably not. There's that keyboard noise I warned you about. Okay, it does convert to... It does convert to kanji. Not exceptionally exciting kanji, like the kanji for 3 is just 3 lines. But I do like mixing the number 3 in, since we got so many 3s in here. We got 3 Torii gates too, look at that. So I'm not even sure if this is the right kanji, or if I should use a more specific one for temples. Let me see. And I've actually forgotten, are these Shinto or Buddhist? Or, because there's like different styles, different architecture, and I don't remember which one we went with. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I can figure it out. Okay, we got... Good news is when I search Nikko, it comes up with Nikko Temple. So temple is probably the right word. What these are. Good. Now, show it to me in Japanese. Is it this one? Okay, yeah. So I have found the correct kanji for temple. That's the good news. Then again, this kind of looks like a jinja, which is like a different style. I'm sure this is an exciting stream, everyone, as you watch me play around on a different monitor. Sorry about that. So okay, so I think jinja, that is 2 kanji. Let me put that into Google Translate and make sure. Okay, so jinja means shrine. What's the kanji? Is 2 kanji, I think. I guess we could get away with 3 kanji down there. Okay. The jinja means Shinto shrine. Clouded shrines, yeah, I like that. Oh yeah, Sauce, please go ahead and take a look at that Kickstarter. I'm super excited to see how it turns out, where it goes. Got some plans of my own with the kind of technology, magnet technology. If anyone else is wondering what I'm talking about, I'll put a link in the Twitch chat. And while I'm messing around on Google, you can all... Well, that's a Twitter link, that's a bit awkward, but you can check out this Kickstarter that I'm kind of collaborating with. It's the company name, brand, is Cursed Crypt. And they're putting together like magnetic style playtable, not a playtable, game boards and little clips for the bottom of your figurines and lots of props and stuff. So pretty much my dream product for me to turn all these drawings into. So I'm super excited about it. Okay, back to Google, back to messing around. Yeah, we could call it like the Sky Shrines. I'm looking for a pretty kanji rather than something that translates well. I'm terrible at kanji. I'm learning how to speak Japanese, but not how to write it. I'm going to do that later. Google Translate isn't the best. We could just call it temples, since that's an exciting mixture of kanji. I think I'm gonna do this kanji off stream, and then I can get my girlfriend's help, and I can take my time with them. And they're gonna be pretty fiddly, so let me stick to map making for this stream. How about that? So what else has to happen before this map's ready? Like what? It's missing something. I think maybe I just feel that way because it's simpler than my other maps, but it's not really missing something. It does, like, it's a deliberately simple art style, right? What do you all think, Twitch chat? What am I missing? What am I not seeing? Well, maybe the paper texture is what we need. So, do I have one of those handy? I think I can steal one from... I have a Instagram template, I think. I think it's my Instagram template. Oop, surprise. It's my last Instagram post. Is it this one? I have a paper texture that I've been using a while. Yeah, that's a nice one. How big are you? Because I have a... Yeah, this is probably the one. So let me steal that. Let me just steal this. Maybe I'll come up with a better one later. Set you to multiply. Yeah, I could probably do better than this, but let's see what we can get done. Actually, I kind of like it. It kind of looks like a paper towel, which isn't great. Some plant life. Yeah. We can sneak some plant life in at like the edges of these brush strokes. Got some distinct plant life here. This is kind of like the manicured garden around the tea house. You're right, plant life would do well. So this texture here, need some sharpening, some serious sharpening. Okay, now you all get to watch me wait for a progress bar to finish. One that you guys can't even see. Sorry about that, it's on my other monitor. It's halfway. This is... Yep, okay, it's finished. It's done. So... I rather like this texture. I think we just have to play around with it. Maybe what I'll do, kind of vary it up. Right now it's very uniform, but we can mix it up. I also want to check out these again. Yeah, they've got a different texture. There's got to be a better texture I can find. Or you know what, maybe we need to isolate the texture to just the brush strokes. Because for this style, you know, the texture is invisible in the actual white area. So let's see about that. Can I just drop that in here and it'll work? No, not that one, this one. Interesting, it's also here. Then we just need to like muddy it up too, so I think I can do that if... First of all, let me remove it from this cloud. Rather like this kind of effect. What if this texture is visible at all on the Twitch stream? Hope so. Want some in our clouds too, our fluffy trees is what I'm trying to say. Okay, maybe it does look better underneath these colors. Yeah, we've also got it showing up in here, so I need to be smarter about that, or it needs to... Yeah, I kind of have a better idea. So let me take this, and we'll have a slight texture. I'm going to try this anyway. Having a slight texture over the whole image, and then having a more defined texture in the brushstrokes. And I also want to kind of offset it. So it's kind of a different scale, so we can get some denser texture over here. Okay, where are ya? That's our trees. This is our texture. So I want this to be much more visible. Can I do that? I think the best way would be like this. Basically what I want to do now is kind of manually control where this is. Uh-oh. Excuse me. Bet you're all grateful for that handy mute button I have on this microphone. The kind of areas I don't want it to be, and then the other areas we're going to tone down as well. But I want like a 50% brush, maybe. I'm just gonna like wave this around kind of at random. And then we're going to smudge that. And now you can kind of see that we have some interplay in the textures. We got these areas where there's little texture, and we got areas with a lot of texture. I guess the texture should also depend on the opacity of the brush stroke. Like here, the texture shouldn't be as strong as down here. What would be the best way to do that? Yeah, I guess I could go the manual route and just scrub this. The texture's also just bigger and different. It's just different. So I guess maybe we need like a cloud render. Excuse me. Yeah, I should be streaming again tomorrow, Owen. What day is it tomorrow? Oh, it's tomorrow Friday, so I won't be streaming now. I'll probably be streaming later. So I know that's not what you want to hear. What time? No, I could probably stream for an hour in the morning and then kind of pick it up later. So yeah, maybe we can get an hour of drafting our next map in the morning. I think that'd be fun. Oops, what have I done? I want this texture just to be much larger so that it resembles, like, let's try really big. Okay, thanks for tuning in, Owen. See you next time, hopefully tomorrow. And yes, so I'm planning if we can get this done. Okay, let's look what we've done here. Let me see if I can Control Z that. So I've just blown this texture way up, and we've got what I wanted. We've stumbled upon the answer. And this is kind of this wavy, kind of brushy texture where maybe the paper crinkles with the ink, but it's what I'm seeing in here. Maybe we could go like half the scale and that would be right. Just like variations of like the ink density, I guess? I'm not sure. I hope you don't come here to learn like artistic terminologies, because you're talking to the wrong guy. But yeah, but that's kind of what this is accomplishing. So it's a bit too big, I think. I can zoom in here and check, can't I? Yeah, that's probably right. I'm not sure why I rotated it. Probably this is fine. Oh, my scratch discs are full. That's unfortunate. It's telling me I can't transform because my scratch discs are full. So perhaps I should have cleaned up my hard drive before starting the stream. Can I just dump my recycle bin? Will that help? I'm like noticing the slowdown now. I'm so sorry, computer. Okay, it seems to be working this time. Ooh. Unrecoverable error? That doesn't sound great. Please don't close. Please don't crash. Oh. Well, that's rather funny. Well, guys, conveniently enough, it's time for lunch, so I'm going to take a break. I'm going to redo those little bits and pieces. Luckily, we were mostly just experimenting, so I could just redo those things rather fast. I'm going to clean up my hard drive too, and you can probably meet me back here tomorrow around the same time. So thanks everyone for tuning in, and yeah, please enjoy your food source. I'm gonna enjoy mine for sure, and yeah, let's finish off this map, and then tomorrow start on something fun and fresh. Okay, thanks everyone, see you next time.